All right, waiting for all right, here we go. Welcome everyone to our excretory system class. This is a class about getting the waste out of your body and making sure those organs are healthy. It's an excellent one to go after the digestive system because the digestive system is kind of the start of the whole process. So exactly what organs are a part of this excretory system? The large intestine, the colon, the rectum, the anus, the liver, the skin, the lungs, kidney, the ureters, the bladder, and the urethras. All right, so the major function of this system is to get the waste and the toxins out of our body, to get anything harmful out of our body. All right, so this is to protect our body so that damage is not caused to our body with all these toxins and waste in our system. We know how we feel when we just get our digestive system gets very sluggish. Well, chances are it's also our excretory system that is very sluggish as well. We need to make sure that we are cleaning the system or giving it a good cleanse. Once we are cleansing it, then it tends to operate at an optimal level. So we will be talking about some different products that Young Living has that can help not only keep it running at an optimal level, but also possibly help in that cleansing process. After the colon and the liver are cleansed, then our organs start to function a little bit better, and we'll notice that certain things will clear up as well. There is an excellent book that I've been reading. It is called Inner Transformations Using Essential Oils, and it is powerful cleansing protocols for increasing energy and more radical health. And so if you want to know more about the cleansing that can be beneficial to our bodies, this is an excellent resource to have. At first I thought it was going to be very sciencey, and I'm not really, I'm a sciencey person, but when it gets into that technical stuff, it just kind of goes over my head. But once I got into it, it was a quick read. Unfortunately, going back to school, I haven't had much time to read. So I highly recommend that if you want more information on cleansing the body. All right, so some things about lifestyle that can also help this system is drinking water. We've talked many times before about how it's important to drink at least half of our body weight in ounces. So for example, if you have a body that is 150 pounds, you should be drinking about 75 ounces of water a day. Sometimes that's not enough. You should know your body and know if the amount of water that you're drinking is optimal, but this is probably the minimum amount you should be drinking. Eating vegetables, fruits and vegetables. And if you can eat raw fruits and vegetables, that's even better because of the enzymes that are contained in these fruits and vegetables, and also the chlorophyll that is in a lot of the green vegetables. These are excellent cleaners to this system. Eliminate sugar. Sugar is so bad for our bodies, and because it's processed, that is not good as well. And we want to make sure that we're staying away from those artificial sweeteners. Avoiding foods with MSG, and trying our best to eat organic. Sometimes eating organic may not be the easiest and most economical, but pick and choose the ones that maybe have the skins, the ones that you don't take the skins off. We're trying to find the ones that you know are on that list of the mighty, there's a long list of the ones that are really important that you should try to eat organic. So do your best to eat organic and avoid those GMOs. The genetically modified products just are not good. When you're drinking your water, make sure you're drinking out of glass, and make sure you're drinking out of stainless steel, not just because you're using essential oils, but because of the chemicals that can be found in some of those other products. So being mindful that you're not adding those chemicals into your body that are harmful, that's going to cause your body systems to have issues. And then, of course, when you are drinking your water, add your essential oils, add your citrus vitalities, and I'm sure that Sonia will be talking about those momentarily. Sonia, do you want to talk about the oils and then I'll do the supplements? Or do you want me just to go into the supplements?
Either way.
I'll just go into the supplements.
Sounds great.
Okay. All right. So some of the same supplements that we talked about with the digestive system are also important for the excretory system. Just because they're so intertwined, you can't have the digestive system without the excretory and vice versa. So you will notice things like Comfort Tone. Comfort Tone is designed to support the colon through the powerful combination of essential oils and herbs. It helps to move the food and waste through your body. It supports the cleansing of the colon, as well as the cleansing of the liver and the gallbladder, and of course the overall digestive system. And you should be having 2 to 3 bowel movements a day. I believe Sonia mentioned that when we did the digestive system. So Comfort Tone can be helping you with that. Another one is ICP. It's a blend of fiber and essential oils. Sometimes we don't get enough fiber in our bodies or in our diets, and so we need to have that extra little boost. So it provides bulk and nutrition. It assists in decreasing the buildup of waste and improves the nutrition absorption. Sometimes when we have those toxins in our body, we're not able to get those nutrients absorbed into our body correctly. So we need to eliminate that waste in there that might contain those toxins, especially in the large intestine as well as the colon. So this has things like anise and tarragon, ginger, lemongrass, and rosemary, all in one little supplement that you can take. Life 9. Life 9 is such a phenomenal probiotic. It contains millions and millions, I can't remember how many exact of it, but it used to be called Life 5, and then they added more things to it and made it Life 9. It's important to take in the evening. I like to take mine before I go to bed. And another thing, if you're taking Life 9 and Inner Defense, you need to be careful with when you're taking it, because the Inner Defense will counteract with the Life 9 and possibly you won't get the benefits from it. So they say a minimum of 8 hours between the time that you take it. So I like to take my Inner Defense in the morning or at lunchtime, and then I will take my Life 9 in the evening just before I go to bed. Then I don't have that interaction with it. Our bodies need enzymes, and Young Living has a couple different options. They have Essential Zyme, which when performed with the cleansing trio, so there's 3 cleansing things, and I just remembered, I forgot to write them down. It's meant to be taken between the meals, and it helps to break down that plaque along the walls of the colon and to get those toxins out of that area. You should take the Essential Zyme with your meal so that it aids in proper digestion. There is also Essential Zyme 4. Some people prefer Essential Zyme 4 over Essential Zyme. And there is a difference between them. I gotta find my page. So once again, it helps to provide the nutrients, and it's the broadest reaching enzyme complex. And if you don't know which digestive enzyme to choose, this is the one that you should choose. It has a dual release capsule, ensuring proper breakdown of food at proper times during the digestive process. It does have bee pollen, and some people, because of the bee pollen, for whatever reason, would choose not to take it. But this also helps to build up the bee pollen, and it helps to build up your immune system and your brain function. Then there is Allerzyme. And Allerzyme is a vegetarian enzyme, and it is the strongest enzyme that Young Living has. It's excellent for bloating and gas. So especially for those people that are lactose intolerant, so that kind of goes along with the digestive part of it. But it's great just to help be able to process the white sugars and to be able to get everything going down into the rest of the body. So what book I'm looking at it's called the Supplements Reference, Desk Reference, and it's by Jen O'Sullivan. And I really like this book because it talks about each individual supplement, and then it gives some information about it. It's a little bit more detailed than maybe what you might get from some other books. Comfort Tone is another one. Pear-free. If you're finding that we have parasites in our body, if you're finding that you might have some issues with parasites, then Pear-free would be one for you to take. And then the Comfort Tone. It's great for the liver and the gallbladder, as well as assisting with digestion. And so it really helps to get into that elimination system and to kind of get things moving and soothe the discomfort from the foods that we might be eating. Mineral Essence is another one. You've heard Sonia talk about Mineral Essence and how it doesn't taste the best, but it is a great one to have. Disguising the taste with it with something else like Ninja Red or some essential oils are very, very important. Let's see. Oh, I want to go back and talk about the Cleansing Trio. I just found where I wrote the information down at. The Cleansing Trio, all right, where was it? Oh, 44, sorry. So, wrong page. Never mind about the Cleansing Trio. Sorry, wrong book. So look up the Cleansing Trio. That's my challenge. Look up the Cleansing Trio. There is something called the 5-day nutritive cleanse, and that is talked about in the Spiral Bound Desk Reference book, and it is also talked about in here. I strongly suggest, if you're interested in more information about the cleansing, that you look up what is part of the 5-day nutritive cleanse, and if that's something that maybe you should be interested in. I have done a liver cleanse before, but I haven't used Young Living products. I've used another company previous to knowing about Young Living. So that is something that I want to do. I want to look at the colon cleanse, and I want to look at a liver cleanse using the Young Living products, because I feel that I'm so sluggish because of these organs not being able to function and work properly. So it's important to be running at that optimal level. All right, so I'm going to unpin me, and then I'm going to move Sonia to the pin video, and she is now going to talk about some of the essential oils and some of her information that she has for us.
Yeah, I guess I'll be an elf for Halloween. So, haha. My son handed me off this hat. I had another hat on, but that's okay.
Because it matches your outfit.
I know, that's what he did, instead of the green one. I think they all took them. They told me to wear the shapka from Russia, but it's over there. So I'll do that one next time then. Okay. So I totally agree with her. I can't say enough about the importance of water and the importance of exercise for our digestive system. Those are huge in my life, and foods. I have found since I've switched over to the 12, so you can Google this, it's called the Dirty Dozen. And you can find out the 12 foods that are the dirtiest from all the pesticides and herbicides, that my bloating and my gas has totally gone down because of that, just switching over to the 12 foods. So it's like, I know spinach is one of them, strawberries, apples, just all those ones. And I just follow that. I've been doing it for a year now. It doesn't break the bank, but just so that you can stick with those foods to help with gas and bloating. So I have found that too. I just Googled really quick too, and everyone's got to listen to their own body, what causes, what triggers the gas and what triggers the bloating or what triggers the constipation. You know, everybody's so different. It could be a healthy food and you just have to know what it triggers. So that's what I love, that we have all these supplements that can help. And now I'm going to go into the oils. They're going to help. So what I'm going to share with you some experiences that I've had where if I feel like I'm bloated, or if I had too many beans, or if I have too many fresh broccoli, I get that way. Or cabbage is another one. And so my favorite go-to, seriously, I love peppermint and I love Digize. Now I'm one who likes to do these two pretty fast and easy. So I will take a drop under my tongue, both of them, okay, a drop each. Or if you don't like the taste, I prefer it this way, you can just take a couple drops of each and I just rub it on my belly. Now my skin is not sensitive, but you can use the coconut oil or almond oil to just rub it. I'm telling you, it is amazing. Now something that I did when when Cameron had a lot of gas when he was a baby, it's called the I Love You. I'll kind of stand up and show you, but I literally will take on the right hand side, I just go and then an L, okay? So you're coming up and under your ribs, L, and I rub it. And I still do it to this day, you guys, for myself if I'm not feeling good. And then you go U. So you did the I, you did the L, so you're pushing it all over in those intestines. And then U, it's an upside down U. And then I do this and I massage. So I get the oils on my stomach. If I've had some of those foods that are causing that issue, it could be sugar, it could be dairy, or if you feel like you're constipated, those are some simple things that I have done using it with my oils and rubbing it down. I typically take a massage oil from Young Living. I don't care which one it is. And then I just rub it with my oils. Digize and peppermint are amazing. They seriously are so wonderful. But Aroma Ease is another one that a lot of people don't know about. And that one was free this month with a 190 PV order, and it smells really good. And that's one I would put directly on the stomach. So that helps with that. With the occasional bloating, with the occasional gas, maybe the constipation, or you feel like you haven't gone to the bathroom. I know when I travel, it's a lot harder for me when I do this. This seriously is like the longest thing, and I'm trying to keep it on. It keeps pulling down. So there's that. Okay, the next one I'm going to share with you. Oh, so if you don't want to do the under the tongue, or you don't want to do it on the stomach, you can actually do it in capsules. And you can do, and everyone's different. I would start out with maybe 3 drops of peppermint or 3 drops of Digize, stick it in a capsule, and you can put it with, I do olive oil. You can do an avocado oil. And put the cap on, and then you can ingest it that way for those occasional gas, you know, bloatation, not going to the bathroom and you're needing that if the supplements don't work. I love the essential Zymes 4, and it just came back in stock. I have been out of those, and I can tell a huge difference. I have taken the Detox Zyme supplement from Young Living. It does not work as well as the essential Zymes for my body to make me flow. When she says you got to go to the bathroom 2 to 3 times a day, that stuff works amazing with Ninja Red. Okay, then we're going to do, let's see, another one. Okay, she talked about, like, when I say drink water, literally the citrus oils help so much. The ones that I've researched the most that have helped is grapefruit, lemon, and tangerine. But I believe any citrus oil can help cleanse your body. If you've never heard of this, when you first wake up in the morning, they always say to take a cup of warm water and a couple drops of lemon. You could do a drop of peppermint. I just do lemon. And you can do a fresh lemon and squeeze it in as well and sip it down. It helps wake up all of your digestive system and just helps things get flowing in there. I do it every day. I always do my lemon essential oil with water, and it just kind of helps wake up and just cleansing the system. So lemon is awesome, super inexpensive. Now I'm going to tell you guys, you're supposed to do Vitality, and I'm showing you all the ones that are not Vitality, as you can see. But what I do, since it's in my house, and I know that it's cheaper to buy the bigger bottle, and it's just because a different label, I buy the bigger bottles in my house and use it however I want. So you decide how you want to do it, but Vitality is what I need to tell you to ingest. So I would do that every day, like literally ingest the essential oils for that digestive system to help your excretory system function properly, the way it's designed to function. Okay, I have some other ones that, and I'll just tell you guys a little bit how it's helped me, but I usually never deal with a UTI. Now, because of FDA purposes, I can tell you my story, but I can't tell you what to do, okay? So I can tell you what happened to me, so you guys can take it for whatever you want. So a couple weeks ago, I dealt with a UTI, and I have no idea why. And I have had 2 in my life, so I don't ever get them. So what did I do? I took purification and I took thieves, which is part of the excretory system that she talked about. You put on your lower abdomen. I actually did the inner thighs as well with some coconut oil, and it totally helped. I did tea tree as well. So that's what these ones are used for. So if you feel like you're just not right down there, then this is what you do. And that's what it says in here, is to take that, the purification, the thieves, and the tea tree. I layer. I don't ever put these in a roller. I would take a couple drops and then I rub it on my lower abdomen, let it sit for a minute. Then I go and grab my purification, which has tea tree in it, but I needed some more help. Lower abdomen. I did have to do that every hour to kind of help with my system, but it totally is amazing what Young Living does. You can put them on your feet too, but you really need to put them in the area where, you know, you're having issues. Now I'm going to bring this up. It's not in our book, but Copaiba helps magnify the oils that you put on. So I have also done this. This is another experience I've had. What's the other one? Yeast infection. Oh, okay. Us lovely women, what we get to deal with. So I've probably had a couple of those. Okay. So the yeast infection, I've actually done the same exact way. And lower abdomen, inner thighs, and I do Copaiba as well, but I did those main 3 that I told you about. There's other ones in the book that talk about how to help your immune system, because your excretory system, if you're having problems with, you know, your bladder, mountain savory, a lot of people don't use this. We think of oregano and thyme and lemongrass. Those are all great ones to help with our immune system and to help us be stronger. Well, these 2 are awesome. This is oregano, and you have the mountain savory. So I always make sure I have these 2 on hand. You can put them on your feet as well and look up the VitaFlex point for the excretory system, the digestive system. If you're feeling like, oh my gosh, I think I have something, you know, or you could do a thieves tea too, because thieves tea would help you with your immune system. Do Copaiba, lemon, and thieves. That's another way to get it in. Now, again, everyone's body is so different, the way it responds to the oils. You guys, for an hour, I felt so like, oh, like this. And I was laying on the ground before I even got on this call, because I put vetiver on, and I should never, ever put vetiver on during the day. I put on the back of my brainstem. I was dealing with some stress, and it makes me like a zombie. Like, I am the most relaxed woman ever. The kids are like, are you okay? I'm like, I forgot I took vetiver. And my husband's like laughing, and my kids are like, so again, we don't know how your body's going to respond to it. So sometimes you need to try ingesting it. Sometimes you have to put on your feet. Sometimes it may be in a capsule. Sometimes it's lower abdomen. Well, some people can put vetiver on all day long and it doesn't do anything to them, or it helps them with more focus. I can't put it on during the day, and I forgot that. It totally kind of like wipes me out. Now I'm fine because it's kind of out of my system. But so there's that with those. So that's part of your excretory system. The other ones I wanted to talk about, and I don't use it very much, but my friend did use this. It's juniper. I don't care for the smell of juniper. Ugh, I just don't care for it. Maybe you guys love it, but juniper is actually a great one that you take on your hands and you put on your kidneys. Okay. And that's just right on your lower, like, I don't know. Here, I'll stand up, like right there. And you're going to take this and it helps do a cleanse. You can do Juva Cleanse Flex as well, essential oil. It's a pricier one, but Juva Flex is a great one for the liver, which you would put right here on the right, underneath the right rib. So again, when you hear all these things, a lot of times our natural instinct is to react to an issue we have. You know, I'm telling you about my UTIs. I'm telling you about my yeast infections. Well, I'll be honest, I use these oils to prevent things too. So I drink my essential oils, my citrus ones, to prevent digestive issues. I don't wait until I have an issue. Juniper, I don't use, sorry. But I use thieves every day, you guys. I get it on my body to keep my immune system up, to keep it stronger. I use my copaiba, I use my oregano. I actually use digize even when I don't have issues with my stomach. So again, my vision is that I help everyone who watches this video that you will use it as a preventative instead of like a reaction, like, oh, here's my medicine cabinet, I'm using it. So that's just my little 2 cents there. And I diffuse purification like crazy and put it all over my body because I love it so much. Now, I've actually only used this once when I've had digestive issues, geranium. I never thought of it as that. I use it actually a lot of my kids who have runny noses, bloody noses, or they've cut themselves and it keeps bleeding. I use this for the time of the month to help me not have heavy flows. But geranium is awesome for the digestive system. So there was one night that I was just feeling I ate too much. That's the problem, people. I mess up. And my stomach hurt. And I'm like, oh, why do I do this? I put geranium and I put fennel and digest on my stomach and massaged it. I don't have fennel with me, but fennel's another amazing one that's super inexpensive. Please have it in your handy oils because it's an awesome one to use. And this worked amazing for bloating, for my bloatation and things like that. So geranium's a great one. I really don't use Juvaflex very much, probably because in my head I feel like it's higher priced, where I like the ones that are less, inexpensive. So let me make sure I've got, yeah, I told you about the bladder. That's for your bladder support, the purification and thieves. I told you juniper over your kidneys. Now, ledum is another one that's a higher priced. I don't have it with me. It's actually in the kitchen. I grabbed all my oils, but that's the one I told you to put over your liver, which is, your gallbladder, which is your right, under your right rib. I don't do it. I'll be honest. I'm just teaching you, but that's just one I don't use all the time. But these are kind of the oils that and they said Idaho balsam fir. I diffuse this one and use it for my emotional, but I didn't realize how much it's good for your excretory. So again, you use what you have. You get to play with your oils. So if you feel like, oh my gosh, a lot of people stick to the peppermint and digest just because it works. If it works, then just use that. I love to have extra ones on hand just in case. Like the fennel one night worked better than my digest, okay? I was shocked that the geranium worked, and I got that one for free one time, but I use it a lot, like I said, with other issues I may have, that each oil, essential oil, is used for so many things. That's what's the beauty of getting it. So I would recommend to have copaiba for sure and fennel. Those are definitely worth to have. I would say Mountain Savory too. It's an amazing oil, but I think you only get the 5 ml. And I think my time's up. I don't have a clock in front of me. But anyways, I love the oils. I love using them. I love playing with them and not to be afraid of them. And then just pick one that's maybe a lower priced item that you're like, oh my gosh, I need to try that one. So I hope that my experiences have helped you. So then you can decide, okay, which ones do I need to add to my order to help me with my lovely excretory system. Okay. Kristen, you want to take us off? You look so cute, Kristen.
Oh, thanks. All
Okay.
right. We're going to stop the video now, and then anyone that has questions or wants to share anything, thank you those people that are joining us on the recording.
Yes.